MaddenHeadz, head over to aoeah.com for all your Madden 23 currency needs. Using the promo code CoachDC404 will give you an additional 3% off. A link will be in the description below.
Let's get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
MaddenHeadz YouTube, what's going on? It is your boy Coach DC coming back at you with another video. I'm calm today, y'all. I'm chill. See, so 24 hours, everything, nothing changes, but we all good. Anyway, let's get back to Madden. All right, so today, man, the little tidbit I'm gonna give you guys is to stop universally pressing. So, or stop, or at least cut back on it. Let's say that, because I'm seeing a trend where these super wins by these receivers, especially on third. Y'all ever notice it always happens on third or fourth down? Like, yo, you play great defense first and second down, boy, that third, fourth down, you it's almost like it's programmed in for you to give up the ghost. But what I'm seeing with these super wins is, like, a lot of your corners are being picked off. I don't know if anybody else has kind of noticed that your corners get picked off a little bit, especially on some of these bunch sets and tighter sets where they're running all these routes. And so something that I've been doing of late is just individually pressing certain receivers. And you can do that by hitting triangle or Y, and then you hit A or X, PlayStation, and then you choose the icon of the receiver that you want to press, and it's down on the right stick. So again, that's Y or triangle, and then you choose X or A. Then you choose the icon of the receiver you want to press, and down on the right stick, and you will see that cornerback and or linebacker in a lot of cases walk down. There are some cases where the linebacker won't walk down. I think if the tight end or if they're attached in some sort to the line. And so just watch the walk down over there on Drake London, and just watch. By the time the pressure gets there, he's still being pressed. And so I'm gonna get into practice mode and just show you guys this. You see right there, in a lot of these bunch sets, and actually in the NFL, this is like, that's kind of the technique they use. They just want to press the point guy, and they want to keep the other two guys off, and then they play a little in-out kind of game, you know, first guy in, first guy out kind of game, even though it's still kind of man-to-man, you know, to decide who they're going to take. And so it's kind of just to try to keep themselves from getting picked and getting caught up in all the wash and the leverage and all that kind of stuff that happens with, you know, when you have those receivers in a real close proximity like that in a lot of these bunch sets. Now, the thing about Madden, of course, you know, there's always just some different stuff. So just look at the press, like even right there on that slant route. That was a great press by Campbell, but he got picked off again. I mean, it's just like these routes are crazy. And so even a lot of cases, like, you know, if you, let's say if you, when you come out of the huddle, or whenever the plays are called and you get to the formation, the first thing you do is drop your defense back. So push them back, and then start to individually pressing guys. So like a lot of times I'll just do the slot guy, you know, or I'll just leave the defenses, if they aren't a press defenses, I'll just leave them where they are. I was talking about maybe like in those cover, you know, those 2 under man situations. Now, what I don't like is, so let's say if you play underneath, you could drop your corners, you could drop your whole secondary back and hit triangle and play underneath. And if a guy throws a streak route, that wide receiver is going to run right past your corner. because they don't play underneath technique off very well on this game at all. Actually, it's glitched. It's broken. Try that when you get some time. Drop your guys back, you know, play off in like straight man coverage, but then just hit the play underneath thing, not press. There's a difference between pressing is the physical walk down, close proximity, you know, hand game at the line with the receiver. Playing underneath just means you're playing underneath. So even if you're playing off, you might let him get over the top leverage on you because you're supposed to have help there, right? All right, so if you see right there, that's the point guy. And so it's always important, you know, especially when you guys are facing these, you know, a lot of these guys that run bunch, and some of you run bunch. And so as a defense, you know, you guys may want to start just pressing that point guy and maybe the far receiver. And a lot of times it leaves your other corners and stuff out of the mix. And you see right there on that zig, he does not get lost in the wash. He gets over there, slant, he's good. And even though he's getting beat on that corner route, I'll kind of take that coverage because I know at a certain point there's going to be a collision if he's in a close proximity and I click on. Or for me, if I was able to click on there, I'd probably went for the swat. So again, it's press the point guy. You can, you know, like I said, you don't have to necessarily push them back and bring them back up. But a lot of times I see people do that, and it to me, it looks like it clears the coverage a little bit. You know, sometimes when I am in that press man, yeah, I'll push my guys, I'll drop them back, then I'll bring them up again individually. And so as you see, playing underneath but off and inside. So you can give him an inside shade, which is physically him. You see him playing inside, and that's underneath inside. Luckily, that is a slant route, because if I do that with no safety help, and he's running a streak, that's going to be a touchdown, because my corner is going to literally run right by him and then turn around and chase him. And it's terrible how they play that on this game. You know, a lot of times you guys will see a guy open, and you'll be sitting there like, I was playing off, but you were playing off and underneath. That's how you're getting beat. That's how that guy is just killing you on that streak route, because, yeah, you're playing underneath. So, again, press the point guy individually right there, and then I can shade my corners. I can shade them while they're playing off, and then I can kind of individually move them where I want. So, see, you see that time he was playing inside. So, yeah, if you're playing heavy inside, you're going to give up the outside that way. And so it's really just a good way to kind of disguise defenses. To me, the more manual movement, the better, because it's like, you know, if they see you all in press, they see all of the corners in press and everyone in press, then, yeah, you know, guys make adjustments and they're thinking that. Now, sometimes you may want to do that if you're not. You know, sometimes you may want to do it if you're actually doing it. And that's what I mean by disguise, and just play that kind of game. But the key is, even though these guys are still giving up leverage, they're clean. They're not running and bumping into other routes. They're not crossing paths with other routes. And so, again, I just press individually the point guy and maybe, you know, the far guys sometimes. But, you know, if you want to play off and inside or whatever, then that's fine too. You know, it depends on, depends upon your opponent, honestly. So, but this is like a really, really, really good option. Like, look at the press right here, just on the point guy alone. That's a good press. I'm not mad at that. I'm playing him inside and underneath, so he just gets routed on this because of the adjustment. But that's actually good coverage. I mean, it's an even better route. And you know, that's not a guarantee of a catch every time. You know, this is Madden. Let's be realistic. Anyway, man, just a little bit. It is your boy, Coach DC404, man. I'm out.